Hey, Jay, what was it about Texas A&M that drew you to transfer here? And yeah, start with that.
Um, I mean, it's close to home. I've always been an Aggie fan. My sister, she came here, so I was always around campus. Just being back in Texas was very important to me, just because I'll be closer to family. I enjoyed my time in the West Coast, but it was time for me to come back to the South, so that's what I wanted to do.
And what did the game last week mean to you, getting some touches and having your dad there and all that entailed?
Um, it meant a lot. I mean, honestly, when I grew up, I always thought that I was going to go to Florida. I was always a Florida fan just because my dad and just the history with my family and the Gators. And so just being out there, is surreal just because I remember years ago I used to run around that field just as a child, not knowing what my future holds, and just seeing me in an Aggie uniform going against the school that used to be my favorite school, it was an honor. And just the way we played and the way that we were able to execute, it was big for me.
We'll go second row on the left side to Alex.
Hey, EJ, the first time you committed to a school, how close was that race between Stanford and A&M? And just, what was maybe the ultimate decision that led you to Stanford the first time around?
Shoot, I mean, it was very close. I'll see like fingernail close. The reason why I chose Stanford was because of the education, in terms of the resources that they have there, and on top of me and my ability to play football at a high level was important to me. Christian McCaffrey is my favorite football player, and so with that, I knew that they'll be able to utilize me the way that they utilized him, and then obviously with the education there too, just the experience I was able to get there. I don't think I would have been able to get there anywhere else.
We'll go front row on the right side to Brent, and then Mark.
So looking back, I covered your dad back in the day. So do you have any memories of him being in the NFL? And if so, what are they?
Shoot. So I was born the same year he broke the record, the rushing title. The only memory that I have of him was in Arizona. So vivid. It was the fireworks went off before the game, and I started crying. I was a baby, and I just remember that's a little small moment. So that's it.
So how cool was that to be in that picture? I think he held you after he broke the record,
Yeah.
right? How cool is that to be part of that?
It's great. I mean, for me, being his child, it's different just because, I see him as a dad and not as a, NFL football player. On top of that, a Hall of Famer. So, with that, the biggest thing for me is just how great of a father he is and how he's influenced me as a man, to help me guide through this journey that I've been through. So that's been the biggest thing.
And then just being a number 22 running on that Florida field,
Yeah.
what was that like for just that whole scene?
I mean, that felt real good. Shoot, running out that tunnel, even pregame, seeing his name up there on the top of the stadium, it just, it's a weird feeling. I would say, just because I'm in the Aggie uniform and not in the Gator uniform, doing what I'm supposed to do. It was big, and my dad was still cheering me on, and he definitely sets the expectation, and I'm supposed to come behind him and do what I'm supposed to do. So it was cool. It was cool.
We'll go front row on the left side to Mark.
Okay, got a couple for you, EJ. First off, how tough was it? How frustrating was it to go out to Stanford and then endure all those injuries, and then come here and finally have an opportunity to at least so far to be pretty healthy? How does your mindset change when you deal with all those injuries? Do you get a little gun shy? Do you get frustrated? How do you work your way through that?
God, to be honest with you, that's the biggest thing for me. Being able to persevere through some of the things that I went through, or all of the things I went through at Stanford, it was difficult. But my faith in Christ has grew because of that. My faith with my family and my friends as well has grown through that too. Just being able to be vulnerable with my family was important and big. But yeah, that was the biggest thing for real. Those challenges that I went through at Stanford really helped me become the man who I am today and be able to compete here. So I'm very grateful for what I went through, because I don't know how I would be now if I didn't go through that. So.
And then, on Saturday, your dad was Mr. Two-Bit, so he was given the responsibility of firing the crowd up, and then you were the guy who shut him up. Have you given him any grief about that?
No, I haven't. When I found out he was Mr. Two-Bit, that turned me up even more, because I knew, they won't be loud for long. So it was cool. It was good. I was excited.
We'll go back behind the lights in the middle to Tyler.
Yeah, EJ, what's it like, playing in this offense and, in Colin Klein's offense, and especially Saturday with how many different guys got touches out of the backfield?
Shoot, I played against Coach Klein's offense my sophomore year at Stanford when he was at K-State. So I already knew, what it was going to be like coming here. We have such a versatile offense, and you guys really haven't even seen too much yet. Y'all have only really been able to see the surface. So, I enjoy this offense a lot, because, he uses guys where they need to be. He puts guys in the right spots to be great. And you guys still really haven't seen too much yet. So, yeah, I like it a lot.
Knowing that there's a lot left to show, how exciting is that for you to be a part of this, and what, you guys should be able to do going forward?
It's great. It's great to be able to have so many, versatile guys on the team, and also having, Coach Klein, creating the plays for us. And so with that, just putting those two things together is important. And as long as we stay consistent and continue to grow every week, we're going to be really special. So
We'll stay on TV row on the left side to Donna.
EJ, as a veteran, just college football player, what
old head.
what did you see from Marcel on Saturday, just, in probably his biggest game so far, that really impressed you?
It's hard to say impressed, because I already knew what he had. He was showing all that throughout the off season. What I was really, excited about was him being able to put that, on show, and being able to do it in a mature way. He's a young cat, and, being in an atmosphere like that, it could be hard, but, he took it like a grown man, and, he did his thing. So I respect him for that.
We'll go third row on the left side to Luke.
EJ, wondering if you can kind of talk about the connection that you have with the rest of the running back room, with Le'Veon and Amari and Anthony Denoda, and then Ruben Owens when he goes down with an injury. Does that change your mindset at all? Was there any sort of message from the running back room or from the coaches when that went down?
The talent isn't supposed to drop, in that room, and that's real. You put any running back out there, we're going to do our thing. And so Coach Troop, he prepares us the best. We know we practice hard. So by the time we get to game day, it's easy. And, I feel bad for Ruben, because I've been in his position before. And y'all see three backs out there toting the rock. Imagine if we had Ruben out there. It would be, but, yeah, and Ruben's still a leader in that room, He still comes in with a smile on his face, which always lines up the room. And, I'm blessed to have a running back room like that. So
We'll go front row on the left side to Cease to wrap us up.
So you said we haven't seen a lot of this offense yet. So what is your role in this offense? How do you see your role evolving in this offense?
I'm here to help the team out, as, whatever way they want to use me, I'm here to do so. I'm a versatile back. I'm still am, can block, can run routes, can run through the tackles, And so with that, if Coach, whatever Coach Klein tells me to do, I'm going to do it, and I can do it. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it right there.